Good morning, all. My name is Donal Harte. I'm Head of Marketing for Lakeland Dairies, and today I'm going to share with you our experience of launching and building our Millac brand into China, what worked, what didn't work, and what we learned along the way. Firstly, Lakeland Dairies is a 100% farmer-owned, dairy-owned cooperative, and we actually launched into Asia in 1998. We learned many things on our journey, and one of them was actually launching in 1997 with a product called SureWhip, with a distributor. However, that distributor and ourselves as a business hadn't done our homework correctly. We hadn't looked at our competitor, and we hadn't met our local market needs. We actually changed our distributor, and we did a lot of work with a company called Nam Chao. And whilst we had launched in 1997, it wasn't actually until 1998 or 1999 that we launched our hero products, the Millac Luxury SKU. And we met with Nam Chao in 2000, and over a series of meetings and business contacts and we met with their leadership. And it was very important that we decided to change our distributor to Nam Chao on the basis of meeting the leadership to align on the opportunity, culture, joint priorities, and that both teams made the decision to launch our hero SKUs into the product. At first, practically, Lakeland Dairies already were exporting products internationally. We had an office logistics team of 4. We had an Asia salesperson. We also had a UK senior salesperson who was based in the UK. And in order to get to scale over a period of time, we gradually built up that team. But primarily, we leaned in heavily into our distributor to help our distribution, to promote, and to build our scale. And I'll take you through that a little bit further in our slides. We also attended many trade shows, both on a national level and on a regional level, which is an important point for all to remember, as that helps you gain word of mouth in the marketplace. That scale has allowed the Millac brand to now be the 4th largest importer of cream into China. When considering China and launching products into the marketplace, China really rewards products that are very clear in their proposition and brands that feel are very consistent and trustworthy. And there's 2 points on this slide around our Millac brand. Firstly, China wants quality, and one cannot match the quality and taste of products that we can get from Northern Ireland. In our case, we've really built up our proposition around taste and performance, particularly in professional kitchens, bakeries, and beverage outlets. Companies now copying our products in China, but never truly matched. We really have the confidence to position our product accordingly. We positioned as premium from day one, and a company from Northern Ireland needs to have that confidence in their product quality. Why? Because Northern Ireland has the best possible food standards. We have the geographical location. We have naturally grass-fed from our green pastures. We have rainfall, and our factory standards are second to none. The second key point, what China looks to when launching products into the marketplace, is all around its packaging learnings and what we can say about that. Firstly, we promoted Millac as a premium offering starting with English. Localization in the marketplace has to be done in an appropriate way when you have permission and positioning in the marketplace. But showing up on pack matters, and over time, we did move to include Chinese characters on packs. English helped us stand out, but legislation drove that change. And we spent time to understand the meaning of Chinese characters to allow us to think culturally in a way that stood out and retain our brand status. Finally, the color on packaging is very important and needs important consideration. Blue represents purity for our Millac brand, and red represents happiness. So product quality and packaging are key considerations when you're launching into China. Our approach has been very simple. As I said on the first slide, we engage through a distributor. We need to be clear on your objectives with your distributor. Know what you're trying to achieve from the outset. Identify those clear requirements before engaging with your distributor. Set out your goals, but also do some homework around understanding, thinking about your supply model. Is your range best fit and suited for chilled, frozen, or ambient? Does the distributor already sell into channels that you're targeting? Are they experienced in those particular channels, such as retail, food service, or any bakery that you're targeting? Can you get some support from the distributor? And are they experienced in importing and promoting overseas goods? And very practically speaking, can they communicate effectively and easily? Do they have a support team in place to help you achieve your goals? Does the management team achieve those, speak English? So some advice for companies considering China. As I said in the first slide, our success came with the second distributor, and scale came with a lot learned in terms for the Millac brand. First and foremost, do use all the Invest Northern Ireland services available to you to help identify the potential distributors. Build a shortlist with support. Think, do you want to launch your product regionally or nationally? Meet with your distributors to understand those capabilities. It's very important that you think about that from your launch objectives. Secondly, a very important point that we certainly spent a lot of time is protect yourself and your brand early. There are many legal requirements to consider. You need to have the right agreements in place, be it through distributor agreements, joint business plan agreements, but also from a brand perspective, it's very important that you trademark your brands. This is very important because, again, based on the quality of our products in Northern Ireland, local products in China will copy. And then finally, your labeling and regulatory rules in China are constantly changing and evolving. So you need to be aware of those. There are resources available to support your packaging claims and to navigate in order to give you confidence to achieve that. How did Millac grow its brand? We used, in addition to attending national trade shows and the bakery show, it was very important that we used a very basic technique in marketing, which is product trial and tastings. This was done in order to generate trial because we were so confident in the quality of the product that we had. But it can't be said and can't be done alone. And over time, with our distributor, we worked to ensure that we raised a digital platform, extensive PR, and key customer events. In most recent times, we've launched our own Millac digital platform. WeChat, Red, Weibo are the three that we've selected, working with a local agency. And we're now upon getting up to about 13,500 reach and growing on a weekly basis through a constant content schedule. PR, we're spending and investing money to reach that, to get the awareness and build up traction with the brand. Customer events are highly effective where you're inviting local companies in, chefs in our case, and baristas in our case, to ensure that they try our product and we try to convert them as part of the lead, as part of a lead generation process. How have we worked with and been supported by Invest NI? I think it's really important to call out that we have gained key introductions to Chinese dairy buyers nationally. Invest NI have helped us promote Lakeland Dairies product range at industry showcases, assisting in Millac product launches across both first tier and second tier cities to drive sales. They've also assisted in social media promotion on Chinese language platforms, which was very important as we first set out to grow the brand. And then more importantly, and finally, in my opinion, the dairy market research to identify the consumer demands was really important and value add because that allowed us to meet the local needs as well. Also, they facilitated very high profile meetings with the Northern Ireland Economy Minister in December 25, showcasing Lakeland at the UK Prime Minister visit to China in January 2026, and then also supporting at International Expo as well in China. Thank you for your time.